So I want to welcome everyone to the meeting. Ray, last week, Ray talked about discussing or explaining how the ranking goes as far as to copper. And shortly after that, I did a little bit of that, and I talked with Dan, and Dan made some suggestions on how I should do the diagram or the schematic. So I did that. I didn't want to take it any further until I showed everyone what was done to make sure it was clear. Dan had some helpful suggestions, and I think I actually used those suggestions. So I will actually do that and share that with you. So what I'm going to do is share that with you, and then after that, we're here in the comments from Ray. When you get the agenda, two things will always be common. I always say comments from Ray, and I always say comments from Walter. Whether they're going to be here or not, I just put them on there as a regular thing. So I know Walter's out of town.
Yeah, he's down in Alabama in Fire College for the Air Force down there this week.
Okay. Yeah, but I won't never remove that on there. It just, it's always going to be that there for him. So, so let me share my screen. A moment here. So can everybody see my screen?
I can.
Ray, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we had here is a little bit different, but I just kind of simplified the schematic. First, there's you. And then normally what happens is we try to get people signed up under us. So we get one personal, and we try to become an associate, and best way to become an associate is to have two personals underneath us, was the only way at that point. And so then we have the second person. So makes no difference if you start on the right to the left or from the left to the right. Either way, two people underneath you, you become an associate. Now to become a copper, the system's kind of the same. And I kind of set it up the way we would actually do it. And Dan really set a good example, because what he did is, as he got people in, he tried to make sure they became associates, and immediately he did that. So usually there's an A, your first person, then there's a B. And then of course, you try to do that on all your personals, really. And then on your second personal, the same thing. You want them to become an associate, then there's an A, and then there's a B. So now you have the two people you signed up, you're an associate, now they're an associate. So the next thing in becoming a copper is you got to have two other people on your directly that you sign up. So normally you sign someone up, that's your third person, and then you even it out, putting it on the other side as you sign up another person, that's your fourth person, and there you become a copper. So I tried to lay this out where it would be simple and you can kind of see it as to how to arrive at a copper. And associate was simple. We saw the other diagram before, but if you think this is helpful, then I'll start working on doing this type of thing that we can see, so that it can help us to see how we can arrive at certain rankings. What do you all think about this?
I like it. It's just, I think where Dan, and we had the conversation where the confusion came is since it's a binary structure, when you're putting that personal 3 and personal 4, they're still coming down below. They're still your personal, but the confusion but they would still come below, let's say personal 1A, let's say, or somewhere, or B. So because it doesn't go across, it doesn't go diagonal, it only goes vertical. And so that's the thing. I think there was confusion when I spoke with Dan.
Well, that doesn't make sense, because if you put them under A, then they're not personal. They're ranked up to A.
No, but they have to come down the line one way or the other. You can't go across. So even though what Steve put together, that's correct. I mean, it's still, they have to be personal 3 and personal 4 have to be placed. They're not going to be placed. They come in under your site, right? but they still are gonna, it's still gonna be binary. So that person's still going to, the points are still going to roll up all the way up.
Well, I still don't, that's what,
we weren't talking about points. I was simply setting up your personnel to become a copper. That's what, this is what you need to become a copper. So
The chart is, yeah, but I think the chart, no, the chart's correct. It just has to be, he's just confused in how the points roll up too, though. That the chart is correct. You have to have those 2 and 2.
well,
but
hold
where
on,
they're-
hold on. But Dan, what you and I talked about last week, does this correct that?
this corrects to my understanding, but Ray is going back to that other chart that I either don't understand or don't agree with. I can't sign up personal 3 under personal 1A. If I
Yeah,
sign up,
This is the personnel format to become a copper. This is what you need to see
I need
personnel wise.
I need 2 personal under me, not under A or B or A or B. I need them under me to be the copper.
It's gonna say personal, so see where it says personal 3 and it's in red? You're just gonna put the person, you're gonna decide on, do I want that person on my left or right, right?
Correct.
So you're,
It doesn't go under A or B.
oh no, but the thing is, but they have to be, but it's gonna come under your name, under Dan Granquist.
Yes,
But you can't go you can't go vertical is what I'm trying to say. You cannot go,
It's not about that, Ray. It's not about that.
I know, but what I'm,
right, there's 2 legs, but personal 1 and personal 3 are on the left, let's say, and personal 2 and 4 are on the right. It's
well,
two-
I think the thing that maybe, I don't know if Steve, if you're feeling a different way, but those points that he gets on personal 3 and 4, they're gonna roll up. even
That's
if
not
they're-
what we're talking about. That's
I
not
know,
what
I know there's 2 different subjects, but I'm talking about the points right now.
yeah, well, I just want to get past the
Okay.
personnel. Don't jump to that.
No,
We're
no,
talking about personnel right now.
Agree. He understands the first part in terms of what you need to get a copper. I think
He
that's
didn't-
like,
he didn't last week. Last week he did not.
okay,
That's why I
Well,
did it.
okay, but now I
You
think,
had left the meeting, remember?
I know, but what I'm trying to say now is he's transitioning into saying, what I'm trying to say is how the points roll up, and he's saying that he's confused.
Okay, he may be, but let's take one step at a time. First of all,
Let's
personnel.
go to the points. Let's go into the points now, though, because we all understand this chart. Let's go into the points.
But Dan, do you understand the personnel part? Because this is what I'm addressing, what he and I talked about last week.
Well, this is my understanding. So
Okay,
if I'm wrong, I need further clarification, but this is what my understanding is.
okay.
To sign people up and rank up. And then to go beyond that, obviously you'll need more down line, but then I'll need
Exactly.
so 5 and 6, 1 more on the left, 1 more on the right, 2 more on the left, and so forth to rank up. So eventually you need, what is it, 7 and 7 or 14 and 14 to go all the way up? Directly
Eventually, yes.
under me.
Yes. Eventually, yes. So
Just,
my task was to address the personal issue first, the
Okay.
personnel first.
I think we got that. I think he understands, and we all understand it. Now, the thing is let's talk about where they're placed. So this is where the confusion was. My conversation with him before was how they're placed and then how to get the personal. So the thing is personal 3 and 4 do not start a brand new line. It doesn't go wide, in other words. Okay. So
No.
they're,
I
so
don't
person,
But go ahead.
I don't want to waste your time. So do you understand how they're going to be placed? 'Cause I don't want to waste your time and go into it if you feel like you have a good grasp on it. Yeah.
Well, this is my understanding. So personal 3 signs up and I get points, but personal 1A does not get anything from personal 3. Is that
Well,
right or wrong?
points wise, personal 3, no, that's not correct because the points will always roll up. Okay. So,
It's not explanatory. Personal
Okay.
3, yes, the points roll up to me and then up to you all above me.
no,
But
personal
they
3,
roll up to A.
personal 3 has to go in on one of your 2 outside legs. So it can only, so personal A can, okay, personal 3 can only go on to let's say he's going onto your outside leg, it's gonna go, so your outside leg is where it says personal 1, and then you have a green 1A or a green A, right? So that's your outside leg. That person would be your personal, they sign up under you, so you get credit, but they would still come in, the points would roll up underneath personal A. I mean, under A right there, because they're gonna go on one of your outside legs. It only goes down, straight down one leg or the other. That's the only place that they can be placed. Now, whose name they're under, that's different. If you're gonna do a personal, it has to be on the outside leg though. One of your 2 outside legs. In other words, it's gotta be under where it says A on the left side or B on the far right side.
Well, I'll accept your word for that, but then I'll see how it plays out in real life, I guess.
Steve, go ahead. Steve, why don't you interject on that, just so he understands?
Well, I'm very confused how you're placing it. I do understand that the points roll up. But I don't know if I can do any better job of explaining it. And as you were explaining, I was just thinking about who can I actually invite to really make it clear. And I think that's an approach.
Well, the first thing to understand in a binary system is they can only roll down one way or the other. It doesn't go wide. So even though you can have 25 personal people, they're going to go run, your personal people are going to run down left or right outside legs.
Well,
So
okay, I'll accept that statement, but I'll see how it plays out. But it doesn't make sense to me.
well, it's 100% fact. So
Okay.
the thing, the 100% fact is, even though the chart shows one thing, in terms of how the points roll up, they have to be, they are going to come, they're going to roll. So I'll give an example. If I put somebody underneath on your side right now, Dan, I could put somebody on, if you were on one of my outside legs, I could put somebody underneath that's personal. I'll get credit for it, but all those points are going to roll all the way up. I'm not the only one that gets the points on that. It's like, what I'm saying is, if just because you could put 30 personal people on doesn't mean you're the only one that's going to get the points for those personal people. They're going to roll up on the left or right.
Well, that's all the better if that's the case, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll just keep working. And
I mean, we could get Curtis on the line, but I mean, I've gone through with Curtis with this a dozen times.
okay.
I'm not really sure what was the question. What was really the question? Dan, that I'm not really sure what the question it was.
Well, last week you had personal 3 underneath personal 1A.
Yeah, I had it. I
that's a copper.
figured that out because I had it going through, and in my mind, I knew what it was supposed to be, but it didn't show that on the picture. And so that I understand what you're saying now.
But if personal 3 is under personal 1A, the green there, then that's one leg of A, but that's
Personal 3 is not under 1A.
what you had last week, and that was my question.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I clarified it by bringing it out and showing it where personal 3 is.
So this shows,
It shows this is you. So it shows personal 3 is under you.
yeah. So if you put a line down from blue U straight down between B and A there, then personal 3 and 4 are on my left. 3 and 1 are on the left, and 2 and 4 are on my right side. Correct?
Yeah, personal. And the reason they're set up that way, because typically you get one personal, makes no difference what side, then you even it out, you get the second personal, and then you go back and you even it out, you get the third personal, and you come back, you even it out, get the fourth personal.
Yeah, so now I've got 2 on my left and 2 on my right, and
Exactly.
2 associates, so I qualify as copper.
That's correct.
Yeah,
But
I think you know where the confusion is, Dan, is there are 2 different subjects. So everything Steve put here is correct. Okay. So the thing is the personals, you can get, you can start and you can put as many personals as you want on each side, and you need a certain amount in order to rank up. But when it comes down to the points, that's a whole different subject, okay?
Is that
So the way-
automatic or can I choose A or B?
What do you mean, can you choose A or B?
If I get personal 3 ready to sign up, is it automatically going under personal 1A or can I choose personal 1B according to?
No.
No,
Here's-
it's going under you.
No, wait, I know what you're saying. Where they're gonna be positioned. We already know that they're going under Dan Granquist, because that's without question. It's
Okay.
gonna be a red personal 3, no matter what. But here's the thing. So your question is this is very important to understand. So you have, see how you have 2 outside legs, right? Where you have personal 1 and then personal 2, right?
Yes,
That person that you put on, Stan, has gonna have to be under where, see, your red personal 3 is gonna come under, it's gotta be on an outside leg. So it's gonna come directly under, forget who's credit, because we already know you get credit. But it's gonna become, it's in terms of the points rolling up, it's gonna come either personal 1A or personal 2B. It can't be on an inside leg. You know what an inside leg is, right? Those are that's personal 1B and personal 2A. You can't put your personal person on one of those inside legs. They have to be on an outside leg. So the bottom line is it's gonna have to be on one of those outside legs.
well, okay.
Steve, your question, you got a question mark. You got to get this down though, because as we do this thing, it's so
That is not the way I understand. Wait a minute.
telling you the facts. I'm just telling you the facts.
Yeah, but you just confused it
But
there.
then I've got no control, no opportunity to help personal 2A or personal 1B then. If I sign more and more
Yes,
personals
you
up,
do.
No, you do, but you can't get credit for them though. So it can't be Dan Granquist's personal. Dan, you could put a person, like I put you underneath Kevin, right?
Yeah.
So I don't get personal credit for you, right? But I'm
Right.
getting all your points, dude. I'm getting all your points. So all the
Yeah.
points that are rolling up are coming up to me.
sure.
And it doesn't
Right.
matter whether,
But
It
I
doesn't
signed up under Kevin, but then I'm not personal to you.
right, but I'm getting all your points.
Sure.
Okay, so
Okay.
all your people's points and all the people's points and all the people, the whole lineage all the way down are all gonna roll up to me. That's what makes this game so good.
Yes, but if you, Ray, if you are the blue you on this picture and Kevin is personal 2,
Yes,
then I'm A or B under Kevin, under you.
right. That's right.
But I'm not personal 4 to you, so it doesn't help you rank up. You get my points, sure, but it rolls up that way.
Right.
But if you get personal 4 to sign up, it doesn't come under me. I don't get points for personal 4.
No, if it comes under your lineage, if it comes down underneath, you'll get the points that will
Yeah.
roll up.
But I think I understand. No, there's no connection. If you get personal 4, Ray, there's no connection between that and Dan at all.
Ray, if you're blue, Kevin is personal 2, and I'm to B, and you sign up personal 4, I don't get points for personal 4.
There's,
Under my understanding is all the points will roll all the way up.
yeah.
Sure,
But
but not if I'm not
It only
connected.
can come in where he's connected. It can't come out because you could start a whole new lineage here.
Yes, yes. But if Ray is blue, Kevin is personal 2 red, and I'm
This is-
2
No,
B.
this is where we have this is where we have a misunderstanding here. You cannot start new lineages and personal 3 and 4. That is not humanly possible in a binary structure. You cannot do it. I would have done this 6 months ago if I could have done that.
Maybe that was the wrong wording, Ray, but what I'm trying to say is, maybe we got to get someone else involved, but if I sign up if Dan is here and I sign up someone else here, unless we're in this lineage here, he's not going to get any, there's not going to be any benefit.
Your benefit is being on the one of the outside legs, Steve. That's why you're rolling up. That's why you have 6,000 points or whatever you have, is because you're on an outside leg. You're going to get points all the way up. Doesn't even matter who signed up, anything that comes from that lineage down, you're going to get points. You get points on every single human being on that outside leg because you're on the outside leg. Me, on the other hand, I'm not on the outside leg. I'm on the inside. So I'm like personal 2A, right? I'm building my own. I'm not getting those points that are rolling down your outside leg because I'm in the inside leg. So there's a huge difference between the inside and outside legs. You know, in this.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, and I understand what you're saying, Ray. There's some clarity I need, and there's some. You probably got it figured out totally, but there just needs to be some clarity. So let me work on getting that so that it's crystal clear.
Yeah, I've never seen a situation where an individual did not get points on that leg if it rolled up. Let's say you were on the outside legs and they rolled all the way down. I've never seen somebody skipped because of who signed them up. The signing up only matters in terms of how many personals you have in regards to ranking.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that?
So let me work on that now that I understand what the question is, because I didn't understand it at first. Let me work on that, and no problem. Let me just
let's put it all together, and we'll get Curtis on because he knows this thing 10,000
That's what
times.
I'm going to do. I'm going to call him to see if he can be on next week.
And here's the thing, but the most important thing for Dan, the bottom line is, you know, we can go back and forth in regards to what we think on this, but the bottom line, Dan, is you got to get those personals though. Once you know that you're solidified as associate, you got to get those associates, you got to get those copper points, and you still can help your outside leg people at the same time. You just can't help. Your personal cannot go on the inside leg. You cannot go on either one of, your personal cannot go down under personal 1B or personal 2A. That's the 100% thing to know.
That's true. It has to be connected directly to you to be your personal.
Well, it has to be on your outside legs.
That's the simplest way where we understand when you talk about outside leg, that really doesn't mean. The simplest way is for it to be personal, has to be directly to you. That's personal. You can call it a leg or whatever you want to call it. It has to be directly connected to you.
Oh yeah, for points.
It can't be indirectly like it comes here and then here. It has to come directly to you. That's
when
personal.
I sign someone up, I can pick right side or left side.
That's right.
I can go to my profile, my holding tank, and I can select right side, left side. So if I have someone called personal 3 and sign them up, I can pick, okay, I want you on the left side, my left side, along with personal 1, who's also on my left side. But I don't put them under A or B unless I give them A's or B's username so they can sign up there, which is what I
right. That's
Apple to Walter. He's A or B, whatever he is.
Yes.
But if I sign up personal 4 under me, and it goes into under my username, I pick right side or left side, then it's personal to me, but it doesn't go under personal 2A or 2B unless they sign up under usernames.
That's correct.
But where they're placed for points will roll up underneath them though. That's the most important thing to know. They're going to personal 2B will get the points for personal 4. When you place personal 4, you're going to because there's only 2 ways you can go down. You're going to either pick your left side or your right. So those points have to roll up. And that's why Steve has so many points right now. It has nothing to do whether who signed up, whoever at that point. The points are a totally different subject than the rank.
Well, okay.
They're not even coordinated. They're 2 different things.
Okay. Well, we'll watch and see how it works as we grow, I guess.
Yeah, you just need to.
And plus, we'll get some clarification because it has to be clear. It has to be clear. But I understand the question. I understand what you're saying, Ray. I understand all I'm just saying is this is how it looks to become a copper.
Yeah, no, this is correct. This is the thing that they sent out, and this is correct. This is the thing in terms of ranking. It just has nothing to do with points, is what I'm saying. So this is totally the way that you rank. And so always remember, personal 3 and personal 4 never start their own new lineage teams. I mean, what I'm saying is it can't branch wide. It cannot go across. It only goes up and down. This is the only way it goes.
Okay,
All right. Any other questions? Anything else on the agenda?
I think one thing that would help Dan is just study up and go read up and what a binary structure is, and that just explains it for you. You know what I mean?
Ray,
Binary.
do you have any information on binary structure outside of 7K?
No, he can just Google it. It's the same structure for every other network marketing organization. I mean, the way the points work are different, but the binary is just, it'll explain to him how it goes straight down. You know, it's just it's one side or the other. Everything starts off. It doesn't go across, in other words. Like, for instance, where he might be confused too is because when he does the debt elimination, it's a whole different, the debt elimination structure is a total different structure than the 7K. You can have people just going all the way across. Like, it's just they're two different.
Okay. All right.
And then the only thing I wanted to bring up was, man, you guys, you know how I'm a big picture person, right? This is my thing here is, didn't you guys see the news? Bitcoin may effectively be banned in Europe as EU set to finalize regulatory framework for crypto. I'm telling you, everything I've been, every single thing, every single thing that we've been talking about is happening. So the bottom line is I don't know whether they're going to ban it today, tomorrow, but they are saying they proposed by 2025. I'll send this article that they wanted to ban it because the one world currency, the central bank currency that's proposed is going to be in effect by 2025 by their plans. So Bitcoin and all the cryptos are planned. They want to get rid of the whole thing here in the next 3 years. So that's what you call a reset, right? What do you guys think is going to happen with gold and silver if this thing comes out?
It's going to hit the roof.
Crap.
It's going to hit the roof. And I've literally budgeted how I'm going to continue to do gold and silver. I already started. So it's beyond just getting the numismatic coins and bullions. As I get them sent to me, it's just steadily, monthly acquired. For me, silver, I might do fractional amount. Well, I will do fractional amount of gold. But it's much silver because silver is the one that's going to shoot up. I mean, gold too, but in my mind, silver it's been down for so long, it has to go up.
yeah, more leverage there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that explained it real well. So I've been just doing little bits until, whatever I can and just keep doing it. Because
Besides cryptocurrency is all digital.
it is,
So
yeah.
If the electric grid goes out and computers go out, then nobody can access that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll make a prediction, and I'm not, I hope this doesn't come true. I really hope it doesn't come true. But by 2025, if you carved out 10% of your portfolio and put it into metals, there's probably a decent chance it's going to rival the rest of the 90. Because if this dollar blows up, if it goes, the metals that you hold and crypto goes, it'll be, I think we're underscoring. You know how we talk about it's going to go up 10 times its money? It's got to go more than that, though. That has to be actually like a minimum 10 times it's nothing, because you see what these crypto coins have done, right? They've gone 100 times your money.
Yeah.
I think gold and silver becomes astronomical. Like I don't even know if I could really if I can put a number on it, really.
Yeah. Can you also send that article to Ray? A link?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I'm going to start trying to do a series of videos, just little stuff on stuff like that as I pick up, just creating a story Something simple people can understand. I've already started some videos so that it actually helps people to understand the importance of gold and silver, and hopefully how important 7K is, because how they allow you to get the gold and silver, the direct link and all of that, thus really propelling them amongst the people that we talk to and everything. So
I think that's smart, Steve, because I think we have to address the elephant in the room now. Before we were like worrying about, oh, am I scaring somebody, or am I stepping on a toe, or not everybody believes this. But I think we have to address the thing. We have to, it's the same reason why I'm in insurance business and risk management. I have to address the worst case scenario.
you do.
So it's like homeowners insurance, you're worried about a fire burning your house down, worst case. Well, we have to address those kind of things, and we hope that it never happens, but we have to be able to prepare people's arc right now.
That's right.
You know?
And even if it didn't happen, that's the thing. And you brought up a point, but even if it didn't happen, we're still in a good position, even if we go for it as though it was. It's not like we're going to lose.
That's right.
And so that's the thing. It's not like, you know, you have investments that you lose, but precious metals is just different because of how you get it and what it is. It just doesn't go away. It's just that particular material. I mean,
Here, I'll give you some good ammunition too. You know, everybody looks at us sideways when we're talking about silver and gold. Well, what about nickel? So nickel in a week period went up 78% because of this Russian situation.
really.
So nickel, precious metal, went up 78% in a week. So wait, so think about this. If this doesn't give us a little optimism of what we're doing, if nickel goes up 78% in a week, and silver is making all these, you know, the computer chips and cars, everything. Can you imagine if there becomes now an issue with this, that now it comes back towards, you know, in terms of the crypto going away, and it looks like speculation that's going to happen and everything else. And this could be, along with gold, the most precious metal out there for the most part, you know, and then what's that going to do? Double, triple, quadruple, maybe even in a short period.
Yeah, copper's going up too.
That's right. All of them.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you bringing that to our attention, Ray. And for my part, what I will do is I'm still going to try to get some better clarity on what we talked about previously, is about points and stuff like that, so that everyone's clear. And I will work on that immediately. Hopefully we'll have someone here for next week for that.
Cool.
Thank you. I got to run, but thank you so
Okay.
much, everybody.
No problem. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate you.
See you guys.
Thank you. And Michelle, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.